CycleCruza.com presents.
Hey guys, I just want to give you a quick little update. I know a couple of videos ago I told you that I put my bike up for sale on eBay for $6,950 and that I had planned on, as soon as I sold the bike, that I was going to buy a brand new Fireblade, a CBR1000rr. Well, my bike got sold on eBay for the full asking price, and I actually put a deposit on a brand new 2012 CBR1000rr for $11,000 out the door, tax, tag, and title. But I hit the forums and did some research, read some articles, and I found out that the 2012 CBR1000rr is still having oil burning issues, man. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but back on the 2008 model, a lot of people were having oil burning issues, and Honda actually even did a recall and supposedly corrected the issue. But people had been complaining about oil burning issues all through the years on these Fireblades, and even on the 2012, which seems hard to believe. I mean, you think they would have corrected the issue by now, but apparently there's some people out there still experiencing the oil burning issue. And actually one guy, a reviewer for a magazine, did a test on it, and their test revealed that on their 2012 CBR1000rr that it was burning 200 milliliters of oil every 600 miles, which supposedly is acceptable, but in my opinion it's unacceptable for Honda, because they're known for building, high quality engines that don't burn oil, or at least don't burn very, very, very little oil. Now, I know a lot of people say that, all engines burn oil to some degree, but I'll tell you, on this 2008 Honda CBR600rr, I've put 7,000 miles. I've done 2 oil changes on it. I have never added 1 drop of oil. It has never dropped, ever. The level has always remained the same on this bike, and the same with that CBR250R that I had. So when I read that the 2012 burned 600 milliliters every 600 miles, I'm just like, no, man, I'm not spending all that extra money and have to deal with that. I had planned on, actually, if I bought the Fireblade, that I was going to keep that bike long term. But after hearing about all the issues some people were having, and this guy that did this review on the bike, and I'll include actually the article to that link, the link to that article in the info section of this video, so you can read it for yourself as a reference. But I just didn't feel confident in buying that bike, And not just that, like I said, the bike, I'm not 100% sold on the looks on the new Fireblade, even though the 2012 looks a little bit better than the 2008 through 2011, because they did do a little bit of changes to it. And also they did a great change to the rear suspension on the bike, which I was looking forward to. And also it has a slipper clutch, which in my opinion, on this bike, the transmission is so smooth, you don't even really need a slipper clutch on this bike. So it's not really something that I had desired. But, the bike, like I said, I'm not sold on the looks of the bike. So I really had just wanted to get the bike just to say I have experience with the leader bike, to do some reviews on my channel, to give you guys some insight so that I can explain the differences between the 250 to the 600 to the 1000. But truly, I did not desire any other bike but this bike. But again, some other cons of the Fireblade is, the new Fireblade, should I say, is you can't put any no-cut frame sliders on the bike. They do sell no-cut frame sliders, but it actually, some people have done reviews on them and it said it actually affects the fairing. It'll rub off on the paint, or excuse me, the paint will chafe on the no-cut slider, And also, if the bike drops or goes down, it's going to damage the fairing anyhow. Also, they said that the fairings are irritating to take off. It has a ton of tabs on it, which the fairings on these are not that easy by any means either. I mean, these are kind of irritating as well, but it becomes almost an art form the more you do it, and it's easier the more you do it. Probably the same with that bike as well. But also, the bike, it doesn't have a fuel gauge, which is not a real big deal. You know, it does have the low fuel indicator like all the other super sports have. But I've come to appreciate the fuel gauge, especially when you take long trips. And which, like I said, it wasn't a big deal for me, but still, it's something that I enjoy that bike doesn't have. Also, the insurance is going to be a little bit more, not all that much. I think it's like an extra $100 a year. I paid $290 on this, and it would have been like $390 with the 2012 CBR1000rr for full coverage with a $250 deductible. What else? Also, if you add a slip-on the new Fireblade, it can have some idling issues, but some people say if you put the tip, some type of tip, like say with the Two Brothers slip-on, if you put the tip in it, it supposedly helps smooth out the idling issue. So I don't know, you know, that kind of was a drawback for me as well. And also, the 2012, actually I think the 2008 through all the way up to the 2013s, all the new Fireblades, it doesn't have a sight glass where you can look at the level of the oil. You have to pull the dipstick, which is not that big of a deal, but still, you know, I like to just pull the bike quickly, take a glance at the sight glass, you know, hold it upright and check the level and be done with it. You know, I don't want to have to, you know, unscrew the dipstick, you know, wipe it on a paper towel and then dip it back in and check the oil level. I mean, it's just some extra steps you have to take. It takes more time. It's just, it would be irritating to do before every ride. I don't know, just because I guess I've been spoiled by the sight glass on this bike and the CBR1000rr as well. But it's like, do I really want to spend an extra $4,000? And mind you, I'm paying cash too, so this is coming straight out of my account. You know, I'm just going to pay $11,000 cash. Do I want to spend this extra $4,000 for power that I will never use? That doesn't have all the convenient features that I like. Then I have to spend all this extra money to get the bike the way I want it, the Fender Eliminator Kit, the what else I was going to add? I wanted to add some frame sliders, but then you have to go with the cut frame slider, so you got to cut into the fairings, and I really don't want to do that. I think that's all I really wanted to do to the bike, was just the Fender Eliminator Kit, the frame sliders, and oh, and I actually had thought about doing the slip-on until I heard about the issues that they have. And but then I read where you can do this. It's called the flapper mod, where you make an alteration on the bike, and it'll actually have the bike sounding like it has a slip-on. It'll make the bike sound deeper and louder, you know, and you can retain your stock exhaust. So I had planned on actually doing that free mod, but it's just, I don't know, that especially, like I said, the oil burning issue, it just soured my taste for that bike. And I'm just like, man, I'm not going to, I love this bike too much. This bike is everything that I want. This bike is fun. I love to get on this bike. I look forward to getting on this bike any chance I get. So, the hell with it. I said, you know, I canceled the sale of my bike. And the buyer's kind of pissed off, of course. But, hey, that's life, man. You know, people change their mind. And, I'm not selling this bike. I'm keeping this bike long term. I may add a second bike next year. I don't know. Right now I'm trying to figure out, I want to get a pickup truck, because I'd like to haul this bike around the country and ride some different cool roads, and, you know, just take some trips. And so I'm looking for either like a cheap little Tacoma, maybe like a 2008 or something, a used one. just for this bike. But yeah, forget that the Fireblade plans are canceled. It's over with. I'm keeping my lovely 2008 Honda CBR600rr. So no, you will not hear me say CBR1000rr. Nope. It's CBR600rr. Sounds better anyhow. But yeah, guys, that's all I had for you, man. Sorry to disappoint you. I know you guys look forward for me, doing some reviews on the new Fireblade and doing some comparisons and some other videos and stuff. But the hell with it, man. I'm keeping my lovely bike. I love this bike, and that's just the way it is. So we'll see you guys in the next moto vlog, my regular Thursday moto vlog. I also got some maintenance videos that I need to be working on, and so we'll see you guys later. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop a comment. We'll talk about it. But I know I'm going to get some people on here that's going to refute what I'm saying about the new Fireblade, and that's fine, because like I said, everybody is not having the oil burning issues. It's just some riders are. So I just don't feel confident in buying that bike, from what I'm hearing. And so that's just it, man. But hey, guys, we'll catch you guys later. Take care and stay safe out on the streets. See you guys later. Peace out. Can't get rid of Mary Jane. She looked too pretty. She rides so smooth and so powerful for the streets. I could never get rid of this bike, man. I love this bike. Fuck a Fireblade, man. I don't need a Fireblade. It's all I need right here. Listen to her. Listen to her. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, man. She's like, don't you ever sell me. Motherfucker, don't you ever sell me. That's what she's saying. She's saying, man, CycleCruza, don't you ever sell me. Because no other bike is going to ride you the way I do. Peace out.
Show your motorcycle love and get sport bike graffiti apparel at CycleCruza.com.